celebrity worship, but what if I told you that even the most mundane bodily functions of stars can become headline news? Today we're diving into a bizarre story that's taking the internet by storm and what it reveals about our obsession with fame.
Oh no, I'm almost afraid to ask. What's the scoop?
Well, brace yourself, because this story is equal parts bizarre and hilarious. An anonymous man has come forward claiming he smelled a fart allegedly emitted by none other than global pop icon Taylor Swift. And get this, he's calling it a life-changing experience.
Wait, what? You've got to be kidding me. This has to be some kind of joke, right?
I wish I were kidding, but this is a real story that's been circulating. And let me tell you, the details are vivid. This anonymous fan claims it wasn't just a smell, but an aromatic masterpiece that combined elegance, sensuality, and an almost otherworldly allure.
An aromatic masterpiece? I've heard some over-the-top fan reactions before, but this takes the cake. Or should I say, takes the air freshener.
Oh, it gets better. He described the fragrance as delicate yet powerful, comparing it to a blend of warm vanilla, fresh roses, and something indescribably magical. Like the first breeze of spring mixed with stardust. Can you believe it?
Stardust? Really? I mean, I know Taylor Swift has a reputation for being practically perfect, but this is taking it to a whole new level. How is anyone taking this seriously?
Well, that's the thing. People aren't sure whether to laugh, be outraged, or secretly wonder if there's any truth to it. The internet has gone wild with hashtags like #TaylorSwiftFartgate and #ElegantFlatulence trending. It's become a full-blown social media phenomenon.
Of course it has. The internet never misses an opportunity for a good pun or a ridiculous hashtag. But come on, this has to be someone just seeking attention, right?
That's certainly possible. But what's interesting is how this story, as absurd as it is, has sparked conversations about celebrity worship and the extremes of fan behavior. Dr. Samantha Green, a psychologist specializing in parasocial relationships, weighed in saying, "This is clearly an extreme example of idolization. People often ascribe godlike qualities to celebrities, even in the most mundane situations."
That's fascinating. It's easy to laugh at this story, but it does shine a light on how intense fan culture can be. I mean, we're talking about a bodily function here. Something completely normal and, let's face it, usually unpleasant. Yet this fan has turned it into some kind of transcendent experience.
Exactly. It's a perfect example of how far some fans will go to feel connected to their favorite celebrities. But it also raises questions about privacy and boundaries. I mean, if this did happen, it's a pretty invasive thing to share with the world, isn't it?
Absolutely. Whether it's true or not, it's a violation of privacy. Celebrities are people too, and they're entitled to their personal space and bodily functions without it becoming public knowledge or, heaven forbid, entertainment.
That's a great point. It's easy to forget sometimes that celebrities are real people with the same bodily functions as the rest of us. This story, as ridiculous as it is, kind of forces us to confront that reality. And you know what's even more interesting? The fan claims that Taylor was as poised as ever during this unexpected moment.
Oh, really? Do tell. How does one maintain poise in such a situation?
Well, according to our anonymous admirer, she didn't skip a beat. Even farting, she was the epitome of elegance. It wasn't awkward, it was enchanting. He even went so far as to say, "I've never smelled anything so, dare I say it, sexy."
Okay, now this is getting a bit much. Sexy? Really? I'm all for body positivity, but this seems to be crossing a line.
I agree, it's one thing to admire a celebrity, but it's another to sexualize their bodily functions. It speaks to a larger issue of objectification in celebrity culture. But let's not forget, this story has also sparked a lot of humor. Some fans are defending Taylor, calling the story absurd and invasive, while others are jokingly begging for details.
I can only imagine. What kind of jokes are people making about this?
Well, one fan tweeted, "Taylor could make anything iconic, even a fart." Another quipped, "If true, this man might have discovered a new fragrance line, Eau de Swift. It's a mix of disbelief, humor, and in some cases, a strange sort of pride."
Eau de Swift? Now that's clever. But it does make you wonder about the pressure celebrities like Taylor Swift must be under. Imagine living in a world where even your farts are newsworthy. That's got to be exhausting.
Oh, absolutely. The level of scrutiny is unreal. Everything they do, say, or apparently smell like becomes fodder for public consumption. It's no wonder so many celebrities struggle with the pressures of fame. And in this case, it's not just about the act itself, but the way it's being described. The fan claims it had an aphrodisiac effect on him.
An aphrodisiac effect? Now that's taking things to a whole new level of weird. What exactly did he say?
He said, and I quote, "It wasn't just pleasant, it was intoxicating. My knees went weak, my heart raced. It was as if the universe itself wanted me to experience this moment. It's almost poetic in its absurdity."
Poetic is one word for it. I'd go with creepy and invasive. But it does make you think about the nature of celebrity worship, doesn't it? How people can ascribe such magical qualities to their idols.
Absolutely. It's a perfect example of what psychologists call parasocial relationships, where fans develop intense, one-sided emotional connections with celebrities. In this case, it's taken to an extreme, but it's not uncommon for fans to feel deeply connected to stars they've never met.
That's true, and social media has only intensified this phenomenon, hasn't it? Fans feel like they have direct access to their favorite celebrities, which can blur the lines between fandom and reality.
Exactly. And it's not just about access. It's about how quickly information or misinformation can spread. A story like this, whether it's true or not, can circle the globe in minutes. It becomes part of the cultural conversation, whether we like it or not.
And once it's out there, it's almost impossible to put the genie back in the bottle. Or should I say the smell back in the... Never mind.
Nice save there. But you're right. Once a story like this gains traction, it takes on a life of its own. People start adding their own interpretations, making memes, creating merchandise even. It becomes part of the celebrity's narrative, whether they want it to or not.
Speaking of the celebrity in question, has Taylor Swift responded to this, let's call it a fragrant allegation?
No, and it's highly unlikely that she will. Taylor is known for her professionalism and focus on her art. It seems doubtful that she would entertain such a story, no matter how bizarrely flattering it might be. And really, how could she respond? There's no winning in a situation like this.
That's true. It's probably best to just let it blow over. No pun intended. But it does make you wonder about the impact stories like this have on celebrities' mental health.
Absolutely. The constant scrutiny, the invasion of privacy, the expectation to be perfect all the time, it's gotta take a toll. And when even your most private moments can become public spectacle, where do you draw the line?
It's a tough balance, isn't it? Celebrities rely on public attention for their careers, but at what cost? And how do they maintain any sense of normalcy when even their bodily functions are up for public discussion?
That's a great point. It's a double-edged sword. The fame and adoration come at the price of privacy and sometimes dignity. But let's not forget, this story also says something about us as a society. Why are we so fascinated by these kinds of stories?
That's a good question. Is it just our celebrity-obsessed culture, or is there something more to it?
I think it's a combination of factors. There's the voyeuristic aspect, getting a glimpse into the private life of someone famous. There's the humor element, the absurdity of the situation. And then there's the equalizing factor, the reminder that even superstars have bodily functions just like the rest of us.
That makes sense. It's like it brings these larger-than-life figures down to earth. But do you think stories like this have any lasting impact on a celebrity's career?
In Taylor Swift's case, probably not. She's built such a strong brand and loyal fan base that something like this is likely to be just a blip on the radar. If anything, it might even endear her more to her fans, the idea that she's human just like them. But for less established celebrities, stories like this could be more damaging.
I can see that. It's all about how it's handled, I suppose. And in this case, Taylor's silence is probably the best response. But let's talk about the anonymous fan for a moment. What do you think his motivation was for sharing this story?
That's an interesting question. He claims he doesn't need anyone to believe him, saying, "I know what I experienced. It was the best moment of my life, and I wouldn't trade it for anything." So, on one level, it seems like he just wanted to share this experience that was so meaningful to him. But there's also the attention factor. He's gotten his 15 minutes of fame out of this, even if anonymously.
It's a strange kind of fame, isn't it? To be known as the guy who smelled Taylor Swift's fart. Not exactly something you'd put on your resume.
No, definitely not resume material. But in today's world of viral sensations and internet celebrities, who knows? He might parlay this into a social media following or a book deal. The Day I Smelled Stardom, a fragrant memoir, could be a bestseller.
Oh, please no. I think I've heard enough about celebrity flatulence to last a lifetime. But you're right. In this day and age, anything is possible.
Indeed it is. And that's part of what makes this story so fascinating. It's not just about Taylor Swift or this anonymous fan. It's about our culture, our media landscape, and how we interact with celebrities in the digital age. It's ridiculous, yes, but it's also a mirror held up to our society.
And that's a profound way to look at it. Who knew a story about a fart could lead to such deep societal reflections?
Well, that's what we do here on Gen FM. We take the stories that make you laugh, make you cringe, and make you wonder. And we dig a little deeper, because even the most absurd tales can tell us something about who we are and the world we live in.
And on that note, I think it's time we wrap up this aromatic adventure. Any final thoughts on #Taylor Swift Fartgate?
Just that I hope we all remember to treat celebrities with the same respect and privacy we'd want for ourselves. And maybe, just maybe, we can all agree that some things are better left unsmelled and undiscussed. But most importantly, let's not lose our sense of humor. In a world that can often be dark and serious, sometimes it's okay to laugh at the absurd.
Well said. And to all our listeners out there, remember, no matter how much you love a celebrity, please don't go around sniffing their, well, let's keep things classy, folks.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us on Gen FM for this, shall we say, fragrant discussion. Until next time, keep it fresh out there.
And remember, the only thing that should be going viral is kindness, not alleged celebrity flatulence. Good night, everyone.